Welcome to USA Biz Party new format for 2025. I'm Anna Scheller.
And I'm Esther Ocampo.
And we're here. We are going to be hosting a live stream moving forward at this time, anywhere from 30 to 45 to 50 minutes, depending on...
Yeah, we're quite flexible.
We are very flexible. We're very flexible. So if you are joining us, whether you're on, we'd like to welcome you, whether you're on Twitter, I'm sorry, X, I should know that by now, YouTube or LinkedIn. We would love to hear your comments in the comments below. So yeah, it's been quite a year already. I am going to set a disclaimer, Esther, and that
Okay.
is that my son and his family have moved in with us temporarily while they're waiting for their house to close. So if anybody hears a baby crying in the background, that is my granddaughter, who I have the pleasure of taking care of while giving my mommy a break. So anyway, Esther, I guess I'll just let you talk a little bit about some of the changes, what we're going to try this year, and see how it works.
Yes. So it's been 6 years since we started USABizParty as a formerly Twitter chat using the hashtag USABizParty. You can still find us there. We're still on X under the handle USABizParty. But we decided we need to move with the times, and everybody is moving now onto video, whether short form, long form, or longer form, and creating shorter form. So this will be our intro, our first steps in that direction of taking it to a live stream feature. We will have guests joining us on other weeks. We decided to start this week with an interview with our founder. And if you don't understand me, you can just message and I will modify my accent. I am based in Northern Ireland and we do say things differently. But I have been helping Anna with USABizParty since its inception, which is why I can't remember if it's 6 or 7 years at this point. But we've been going a long time. We help small business owners mainly in the USA, but we have people who join us from all over the world, including myself. So it is a place to be, to network, to learn, to connect with other people, to increase your knowledge of lots of different areas. And we're here to help you do that and to facilitate your learning.
Yes. And so for today, it's going to be more of an interview type of format. And when Esther recommended the person to be interviewed, I will say I was a little taken back.
Hesitant.
Simply because I personally am more interested in having other people talk about themselves than I am about myself. But we thought that would be a great place to start. We can talk, share with you a few things. One of the things that we eventually want to do is we want to start bringing in business news and talk about the latest and greatest in AI. So honestly, my other business, the business we're going to be talking about, has kept me quite busy the last 2 weeks, but there are a lot of developments. AI is rapidly changing the face of work and business. And so we want to be part of those conversations with people. So as we go along, regulars will be invited to join us and have discussion with us. Today is just going to be basically watch and see, kind of see how things are going to go with us today. We are moving to the different platforms because a lot of our folks have moved to different platforms. So you can find us on LinkedIn. So if you're on LinkedIn, please say hello. If you're on YouTube and watching, please say hello. Let us know that you're here. And of course, if you're on X, do the same. Now, it is, I guess it's just time to get moving. I try to stay on top of the latest trends, so we'll get into those things in the coming weeks. But I guess, Esther, since you're doing the interviewing, we'll let you interview.
Okay, I will take it away. I'm not used to doing these solo. I run a podcast with a co-host, so we normally piggyback off each other in terms of questions and answers. And if I have to be spotlighted like this, Anna, so do you. I know you're in charge of the buttons today, but it's your turn to answer. I do fully expect to see you on the full screen. So Anna, you mentioned there in your little intro that you have another business aside from USA Biz Party. So tell us how you got started in business.
Okay, now I have to put me full screen.
You do.
Oh dear. Okay. All right, so here goes. Well, some of you may be familiar with the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It was very, very popular back in the early 2000s, written by a man by the name of Robert Kiyosaki. And so in the book, Robert labels out 4 quadrants of ways people work with or for or grow money. And he's a firm believer in building passive income. And one of the best ways to do that, according to Robert at that time in the book, was to have real estate, invest in real estate. So I read the book. Funny story, just an aside with the book is I read the book and I said, "Hey, honey," we were both, lying in bed, not lying, but we were reading in bed. And I said, "Hey, what do you think about real estate investing?" And he goes, "Oh my gosh, that's so risky. I don't think I want to." Then 2 years later, he read the book, looked at me and said, "Hey, what do you think about real estate investing?" So we began our career investing in real estate. We bought a single family home, which that was 21 years ago, which we still own. And from there, we hired a mentor, so somebody to guide us through the process. And through his encouragement, we bought an additional house. We bought some fourplexes, which for those of you who may not be familiar with that terminology, it's a building with 4 separate apartments in it. When we bought that, there was a big, big thing going on at the time about providing furnished apartments that were fully furnished and fully serviced. So we thought that it would be kind of fun to give it a try. And so one of our apartments went empty, we fully furnished it. And then it was 9 months later, I was actually with my daughter, putting her in college, and I was in Ohio when there was I got a phone call out of the blue, and understand at this time I'm a Christian. I follow Jesus Christ. And so I had prayed. I said, "Listen, if this isn't going to work, God, you've got to get rid of this out of my hands because I'm tired of worrying about whether this is going to work." And like the next day, sure enough, get a phone call. Somebody wants that apartment. And from there it grew. We bought some more property and then got into what is now known as the corporate housing business, which is Capri. And I see that we have a young lady that is a familiar face. So I'm going to actually, this is mostly an interview, Catherine, but I'm happy to add you to the stage. But we can't hear you, my dear. There you are. Now we hear you.
That's because I was laughing quietly.
Oh, very good. Very good.
I was just so excited to remember that it's Tuesday at noon, because usually I remember it's Tuesday at like 2.
There we go. There we go.
And then I get here and we're not even doing a Twitter chat. Well, excuse me, a platform formerly known as Twitter chat.
Yes.
Y'all are live.
We are.
Welcome. We are. Well, honestly, there's a lot of controversy around the X platform. There are lots of people have left the X platform, people who were, very devoted to the USA Biz Party. And honestly, I know a lot of people have gone to Blue Sky and Threads and different things, and I'm just way too lazy to do that. I just don't have the time to start developing those other platforms. So I follow Madeline Sklar, which we're looking forward to having her sometime to interview. And she has gone to the live stream format. And the reason for it is because she's trying to reach other people who would normally or who have left X, and it increases your reach. So we're on YouTube, we're on X, we're on LinkedIn. So it serves the purpose of USA Biz Party, which I think is one of the questions coming up, right, Esther?
It is. Yes, it is. So how did you start USA Biz Party?
Well, USA Biz Party was actually the brainchild of Samantha Kelly in Ireland.
AKA
And
the
you know
tweeting
Samantha,
goddess.
right, Catherine?
Pardon?
Do you know Samantha, the tweeting goddess?
I do not think so.
Oh my goodness, I thought everybody knew Sam. Well, she will have to.
I will
you'll have
pretend
to
that I
let her
do.
know.
Yes, I know her very well.
Yeah. So Sam, what ran? Oh my goodness, what it was?
Women's Inspire Network.
Women's Inspire Network, and I got to know Sam through another platform that was a live stream platform. Perhaps you remember Blab.
You just made me sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we all
Blab
love
was a
Blab.
lot of fun.
We all mourn Blab. We will mourn Blab until the day that there is a reinvention of Blab.
Yes.
Well, it was called Clubhouse, but it died too. So we mourn both of them now.
Well, and Clubhouse only went audio. So there've been a lot of iterations of that. But I met Sam and we just decided to have a conversation. And she said, "Oh, I want to introduce you," with her Irish accent, very closer to Esther's than my Texas accent. So she introduced me to the Women's Inspire Network. So I got to know women there. And then Sam and I developed we still have a good friendship. We just don't communicate nearly as often as we used to. However, I saw a lot of potential in the USA Biz Party. She was going to try to start USA Biz Party, and it never
She
really
had
got off the
Irish
ground.
Biz Party.
What's that?
She had Irish Biz Party.
Yes.
And she had British Biz Party. But USA Biz Party didn't really take off for Sam.
Right. So I bought it from her. And now I think we're in our 7th year, Esther. We're in our 7th year with USA Biz Party, which started as a Twitter chat. So everybody went, do. You had the question and then everybody answered. And then you had another question and everybody answered. Now we're doing it this way. I don't know. We didn't have any questions ahead of time because I'm not able to track very well with what's going on X. So we're going to this format, hoping to create content that's going to be valuable for people and invite some really powerful guests in because our goal is not just community, but it's education. It's empowering business owners, small and medium business owners, because, they're challenging times here in the United States. We get one president and the economy is one way. We get another president and things shift and change like crazy. And I'm not here to enter into any political debate, but we all need to be there to support and help one another. And, it's interesting. I don't know. Are you familiar, and either of you familiar with the book, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles?
No.
Ever heard of it?
No.
So in the book, he talks about the importance of gratitude. And in that chapter about gratitude, he says that we should be thankful for the powers that be. He uses some different words, but basically government officials, because they have created the circumstances by which we are able to run our prosper in our businesses. Now, some people may disagree with that. They may not. I saw that under every administration I've run my business, I've been successful. So whether I agreed with the person sitting in the White House and the people running around in the Senate and the House of Representatives, it didn't matter. I was still able to navigate and be successful in business. And so I guess if there's anything out of this whole conversation, it would be, we need to learn to be grateful for what we have and the opportunities we have that are provided by the powers that be, whether it's our government or other circumstances. And of course, here in the United States, that's an easy thing because there's so many people who, my mother came here on the American dream. She never built a business, but she instilled an entrepreneurial spirit in me. And here I am. So, and I have a daughter who's two daughters who are very entrepreneurial. My guys like the job paycheck thing, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
I would add to that and tell you that whatever the circumstances are around you, if you know you and you have embraced your uniqueness, then the circumstances can't knock you off that foundation.
So
That
true.
is so vital because everybody wants you to do it their way. There are so many gurus
Yeah.
that are goo-nots, and we take them at their word and shift everything. And when we shift, I have a friend, Laura, that says they should all over you. And until
Yeah.
you can shake that should off
Mhm.
and really know who you are, you will struggle. You will struggle and you'll miss the mark every single time, no matter who's in charge. But when you know you, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's true. Because really the bottom line is our success is not dependent on government regulations or rules or anything else. You have a fierce competitor here, and what we're learning to do is just focus on what we do well. We're not trying to beat that competitor. We're trying to be who we are, which is Capri Temporary Housing. Big plug for Capri Temporary Housing, because Capri Temporary Housing gives me the space to do this. Just letting people know. You could say Capri Temporary Housing sponsors USA Biz Party in a big way. So I always love getting in here because I love meeting other people, and I'm so glad you joined us, Catherine. You've really added. Yeah, no, truly, I am glad. It's nice not to. Esther was saying how she didn't want to be the only one here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm used to having a
I heard her
co-host.
say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard you say that, Esther. So here I am.
well, we
You
have
were
somebody
summoned,
else in the backstage that's willing to join us. I know she is. So I'm going to add Deborah, and then we can jump to the next question.
Yes.
So Deborah, welcome. You don't have to show your face, my dear, but welcome.
It's great to be here. And wow, love seeing everyone. This is great.
I know, how fun. We were not sure how this was going to work today, being the first time back. And honestly, I have to put in another disclaimer. So if you heard piano in the background, that was my lovely granddaughter learning how to play piano.
She's only about 7 months old.
She is 7 months old. And
already has 7 months.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And I would bring her on, but I'll be honest with you, she reaches for my phone and she reaches for the keyboard and she reaches for everything. So I'm going to wait until she's a little older, and I've taught her not to reach for all the things in front of Nona.
And
But
the next
welcome.
disclaimer.
Thank you for joining us, Deb.
The next disclaimer is that Anna needs to be off by a quarter to the hour. So we will continue on. But please know, Deborah and Catherine, we will be reaching out to you to schedule your own little interview.
Yes.
Coming up. So don't go too far from those emails. Anna, before we move on to talk more about Capri Temporary Housing, what's the purpose of USA Biz Party? Why have you brought us all together?
The purpose of USA Biz Party is, well, we're a party, so we're here to have fun, which we, this group here already, we're having a lot of fun. And the additionally is that we want to help people network that are in business, to share ideas, to bring in guests to help educate us on different aspects, as well as to network. I mean, just to be together, because there's something about coming together and helping each other out. I mean, I can see something growing out of here like a USA Party, a USA Biz Mastermind, and all kinds of things that could come out of this. And so this is really just a stepping stone to us expanding the platform to create more value, more opportunities for people within the USA Biz Party business, I guess, if you will. So it really is about helping people in business grow their business, tackle issues, become informed about things. So one of the things we're going to be talking about regularly in USA Biz Party is going to be talking about the impact of AI. Last year, it was a big deal. Now it's becoming more, commonplace, and yet there's still new developments all the way around. You talk about DeepSeek, and I'm hoping to get Dustin Stout, the creator of Magi, on, because he can talk a lot about some of the AI developments, particularly the concerns coming with DeepSeek. So it's just going to be a place for people to stay informed, a people for a place to get educated, a people for a place to enjoy being together and learning about each other.
Brilliant. Now, at the start, you did say that you do not like to talk about yourself and to blow your own trumpet, so to speak, but you've won some awards recently.
Yes, I did.
And we do want to celebrate those with you, because your success is our success. Now stop doing that. So this is the last time you have the power to do that. I will be taking over.
I was
the
just thinking
buttons.
about that. I was like, you gave her way too much power.
Yeah. This is
my
the last
party.
time.
My
I can cry if I
party.
want to. But you've won some awards recently, and we are thrilled that you have, because you're getting the recognition that you deserve. So tell us about them. What are the awards? Is it a black tie event? Can we all go? It's a party.
It is a party. So actually, the first award, and this came as a surprise because it just showed up in my inbox. So it's the 2024 Best of Business Small Business Awards, honoring America's top 100 small business visionaries. So yes, so we actually I do have a team, a marketing team, that works on finding awards that we can put in for. The wonder of the award is, it was really funny that I got this award, because I was like, wow, I didn't even know they put me in for it, to be quite honest. But it serves to provide recognition. It serves to provide, what is it that we all want people, create us as an authority in our space. And I have been running I've been in business, in real estate investing for over 20 years. I've been in corporate housing for over 10. And so it's nice to get the recognition, so that people look to these kinds of awards, and they feel like it starts to build trust, which is the foundation of all sales, all customer relationships, all vendor relationships. We were recently told by 2 or 3 companies that we work with what a pleasure it is to work with our company. Of course, that goes to my team, but my team will look to me and say, yes, but it's your leadership that, that creates the path that makes it easy for us to work so well with other people. Okay, now she did say she wanted me to do this. Okay.
Yes.
All right, here we go. But I can turn it back anytime. You two do know this, right?
We know.
The other award that I'm actually going to Nashville to receive is called I will be honored as one of the 2025 Enterprising Women of the Year. And this is actually an elite group of women entrepreneurs who not only honor women who have made achievements in their fields and also contribute to their community, but they also work to mentor and help other young women become entrepreneurs in their own right. So I'm very excited about becoming part of this organization. I'm hoping to become a mentor. That's one of the things that I really enjoy about working is, yes, I do like that my company's growing and is prospering, but I love teaching other people how to be successful. And that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to with this award. There we
Brilliant. Go. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
So what do you credit your success? What do you credit with your success?
Okay. There's not just one thing. And Catherine, you can jump in if you have some comments about success as well, about your success. To be honest, it really is about resilience And it's about looking at what truly matters when it comes to your business. I was in a mastermind yesterday, and somebody was asking, how many mission statements should you have? And how do I make my mission statement? And I was listening to everybody else, and I lots of good comments, good advice for this gentleman. And when I popped on, I said, I would like to say that you need to have some non-negotiable values that you will not violate, that will drive your mission. What are those non-negotiables? What are the things that you will not compromise in order to meet the needs of those customers that you're called to? And so I've identified those non-negotiables. One of the things that's really important to me is transparency. Transparency, walking in line with integrity. So that's a hard one at times, because sometimes in being transparent, you can't always give people what they want, right? You can't always provide them what they think they need, but you can be honest about what you can do for people, which also means that sometimes the people you meet are not going to be a good fit for your company, and you're not going to be a good fit for them. But I spoke about resilience because, and I know every woman on this live stream right now will agree that there are lots of ups and downs in business, lots of ups and downs in business. And you can't let the lows take you out. But when you want to celebrate the highs, like we're celebrating these recognitions that I've been given, don't stay there. You have to continually, constantly be grateful for those things, which I am, but I don't walk around with a sign on my back saying, hey, I'm an enterprising woman of 2025 either. Like that's going to win me the success I'm looking for, because I am basically a 20-year overnight success. I've worked hard for the last 20 years to get where I'm at. And if people, there are people who will look at me and they're like, you just never quit. You just never quit. If you're afraid, you don't let that stop you. And let me tell you, there are many days I wake up thinking, oh my gosh, something happened yesterday. How's that going to affect things today? How's that going to affect things six weeks down the road? And I will tell you, and it's something that Catherine brought up earlier, you really have to know and own yourself. And that's a lesson I'm continually learning, because you have to stand in who you are, what you are, and how you present yourself to people, because people want to do business with people they know what they're doing. And honestly, it took me a while to feel like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, imposter syndrome is real.
It is very real, and it comes across to your customers. And even so I have employees. It can even come across to my employees as well. And when it does, then it puts me in a position of not running the company, but rather letting other people, whether it's my customers or employees or whatever, run the company. And that's a bad space to be in. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be a witch. It doesn't mean you have to be hard-nosed. I am the last person in the world anybody would consider to be a difficult person. I mean, there are people who I think who feel that way, but
should we bring your husband in?
They don't work for me. But I think resilience is really important, and you need to be surrounded by people who, you need mentors, and you need to be willing to pay for them, because you get what you pay for. Somebody that's mentoring you for free probably isn't going to give you the best advice. So I would say mentorship, resilience, and perseverance. Those are main keys. And as a Christian person, I will also say prayer and faith in God, because that has taken me through some very deep, dark times that I didn't know. And it's also humbled me when I thought I was too big for my britches.
That's loads of great advice, and you actually preempted my next question.
Did
So,
I?
Catherine, do you have any questions for our hostess with the mostess, Anna Scheller?
I don't have any questions. I will say that everything Anna says is correct. And one of the things that she has been on me about pretty much from the beginning is why. What is your why? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? And I thought I knew, but by the time I connected with y'all, I was so far in the weeds. And I'm short, so once you get in the weeds, you can't see. And I couldn't see anything. And in 2020, y'all's world turned upside down. Mine had a tornado land on it, and it threw me out of my comfort zone. And over the last 4 years, I have just everything that we thought has been proven a lie. And we're starting from scratch. And because I was forced to start from scratch, I looked at what I was doing from scratch. And in the last 2 weeks, I have reconnected with hope, which is where I started. At the very beginning was hope. Growing hope was what I was all about. And I remember the first guru I worked with, and I said, I'm all about hope. And he looked at me and said, you can't make a living from hope. And yesterday I relaunched the Growing Hope podcast, and someone connected with me and said, will you come do a live stream with me today? My guest backed out and I need to talk about hope. Will you come in? And someone today sent me something that said that the Gallup poll that just got released said more people want hope from their leaders. And I was like,
there you go.
And
you put it out into the world.
I dropped into USA Biz, and what is it? It's a live stream. And I can't emphasize enough the importance of what Anna said. Find you. You are the key element to your success. And without you, everything else is wasted.
Absolutely. Exactly. Yes, it really is. And as you were talking, I thought, we didn't plan for Catherine to join, but truly she always adds something interesting, exciting, and insightful to our conversations.
Yeah. No, we're very thankful that you were able to join us today, Catherine, and Deborah, ever so briefly as well. We're at the end of our questions, but we will be back next week, hopefully with a more refined system in place. We have guests that are coming that are lined up. We will be releasing names and dates as we get them. Catherine, watch your inbox. And because we'd love to have you on to provide hope for the listeners, the viewers, the subscribers, the community of USA Biz Party. It is something that, lots of people have lost, like you said, since 2020, especially people have lost hope. But we know you're the right one to help us and show us that way. Anna, when are you going to Nashville? Just to make us all jealous of the food and the music and the award, obviously.
Well, the awards.
And Anna, I have moved to Huntsville, so I'm not that far from you. Because when I said we clean the slate, I mean, we cleaned the slate. We sold everything that we owned and moved to a new location.
Oh, wow. Well, I will be in Nashville. Let's see. I think I fly in on the 26th of March, and then I fly out on the 30th. So yeah, reach out to me. You'd be more than welcome to come. I can't pay for your ticket to the gala, but you'd be more than welcome to come. My husband, I asked him to come, and he's actually taking time off from work to come with me. So we're going to do some Nashville fun stuff as well. So
it's a super big deal.
It is. It really is. My family is extremely, extremely excited. They're like, oh, Mom, finally. I'm like, well, I would just continue working the way I do, regardless of the award. But what it did for my team is it really especially this award. So the enterprising woman, yeah, that's really more of a personal award, but this really meant a lot to my team, really meant a lot. And it just boosts them to know we're being recognized. The way we work with people has opened the doors for us in amazing ways. Amazing ways. We are growing our business not because I'm an aggressive, marketer, campaigner. We're growing our business because of the way we treat people, whether they're our customers or whether they're our vendors. And that is.
And you told me a very good story about that the other day. I'm not sure if you can share it live or whether you need to redact a few names and locations, but
well, we were there. There are several companies like mine that are trying to get the same business. This is actually the very same client, and so we were given a preference because we were told it pays to play nice. It pays to play nice, and very grateful for that. I wish all my competitors success. I mean, there's plenty of business. There's a big world out here. So I don't hold it against anybody. And on top of that, it's a good lesson for all of us to learn that the way we treat people comes back to us, whether it's we treat them well or we don't.
Yeah. And now your reputation will precede you even more.
Yes, it will. So, and the exciting thing about the enterprising woman, my daughter Stephanie, in her category, also received recognition. So she and I are going to both be at the gala together.
Lovely.
Yes.
The mother-daughter affair.
Yes, it will be. It'll be so much fun.
That's great. Well, if there's no more questions for today, I know Anna has to jump off and get to her next meeting. So thank you so much for being here, Catherine. Thank you, Anna, for allowing me to interview you and being the first of many that we will be interviewing. And we look forward to your feedback and your comments about our new format. And we look forward to having more people on screen with us in the coming weeks.
Absolutely. So thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Catherine, those of you that are on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter, we are so thankful that you chose to join us. And feel free to comment even when this is no longer live. We would love to hear from you. So it's been a joy. Next week, expect some AI news, and we'll keep people posted as to who our guests will be. So exciting times. Thanks, everybody, for joining.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.